Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 10. I know it's a little different tonight. I just wanted to mention before we get started introducing our guest is that it is just me tonight and Gary. Andy has other obligations. He's not able to do the podcast right now. So we will visit that when we get there. But tonight we are talking with Jeff and hopefully a little later, his other Ashley from Jeff's Traveling Boards of Wonder. He is just an amazing person. I've met him many times. We've been at many different events. But before I get into all my spiel, Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Jeff. I'm come out of Maine, and I have a traveling Ouija board museum that we travel to all over New England, New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, all different parts of Pennsylvania, and hopefully to go further out next year as we are planning on going out to the UK next year with our museum.
The UK?
The UK.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I could see you guys. Are you thinking about doing like those paranormal events over there that they do?
One paranormal event over there.
Which one is that one? I think I know which one you're going
to
say.
I don't know the name of it. It's their biggest paranormal meetup of the year, they said.
The one in like the fall, right? Like September or something like that.
I think it's in the midsummer, if not like June-ish.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I've always wanted to. I've never been over the UK. Have you been over there at all?
I've never been. I want to go.
That's how I feel. I want to go. Hi, Brooke.
Yeah, Ukraine. Yeah.
Hi, Nancy, and hi, Brandon. Thanks for joining us. So your museum. I know. Before the show started, I was asking you. So your museum is totally mobile. Like you have a trailer. Yes. Everything is in there. I've seen it.
Well,
something behind you. I hope
places
now,
that's
not a skinwalker.
Most places now are actually setting the museum up inside. There's only one location that we are not setting up inside a building. And that is this coming up in May at Penhurst.
What location is that? The Bash?
Nope, the Bash we're setting up
inside. So you will have your trailer. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Penhurst Asylum will have
there
a trailer.
There is a delay here.
There might be. I don't know.
Yeah, we're having some signal issues here.
So you also sell Ouija boards also? You sell them?
Oh, yeah. I sell Ouija boards.
Now, boards. The ones, how do you look for them, or like do you just, if you come across one, you'll pick it up and maybe resell it, like, or do you search for them?
I look for them every single day.
Every day.
I have my own little routine where I look. What do I type? What do I look for?
I found one recently. I was at a antique store up somewhere in Pennsylvania, like Milton area, and I found one. It's from the 1960s.
Yeah.
I was like, where is it? I don't even know where it's at this point. But I wanted to show. I think I messaged you when I found it.
I scored a really old one last week.
Okay.
I scored a 1938 Mystifying Oracle for $5.
Wow.
And if you go online and try to buy that same exact board, with the planchette box, it's going for over $300.
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
So
That's
it's
crazy.
not often I come across a great deal like that, but I even
That
have
is
some of my
amazing.
boards sitting
So-
next to me.
Do you? Do you? Well, you'll have to show us some. I know that people will give you boards. Is that how you like? A lot of times you acquire boards who will give you boards like for the museum. Is that how that works? Like if someone has a collector's.
Yeah, I buy most of my museum pieces. Some
Okay.
of our pieces have been donated from like, oh, I'm scared of this board. Will you take it off our hands? This board is haunted. We don't want it around. I never want to see it again.
So
So
I'll just you're like I'll take it.
I will. I'll take any boards.
So we've all seen movies. We've all seen the stuff like in the Hollywood versions of like Ouija boards, talking boards, spirit boards, whatever you want to call them. How much of that is myth?
Yeah, how
much
many
of it is
like
myth? That's a good question.
of all the people that said these had attacked like something bad about them? How many are legit? Like maybe have something attached to them.
I would have to say, that's a hard one. Like, if you want to talk about the horror movies where, like, with all like the Ouija movies where people are like, "Oh, I'm talking to Zozo." Do I believe in Zozo?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's getting a little far out there.
Do I think you can contact the dead with them? Yes. And Ashley's joining me.
Hi.
Hey, love, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Are you just getting off work?
No. My son
okay.
came to visit, and now he just went back
Oh,
home.
okay.
So I was playing with the snake.
So the
Ah,
question is,
snakes.
do we think Ouija boards are almost like the movies versus not the movies?
Almost like the movies. I mean, they do work.
Like the movie Ouija, the Hollywood, like everybody's
I
scared of
honestly
Ouija
have
boards. I
never
don't want them in my
watched
house.
I mean, I've seen a lot of bad things happen with Ouija boards, but I think it's more of intentions, just like anything. I think it's more about your intentions.
And that's what I think too. It's about your intentions, knowing how to use them.
Yeah.
You know,
Knowing how to close them out.
It's just like anything. I mean, you can use any paranormal tool to be a vessel. I mean, it's legit, just a vessel.
Yeah, it is. We do table tipping. You know, I myself as a medium, I am a vessel.
Exactly.
So, you know, there's protections that I put in place when I do that. So
and I think Ouija boards can be used as vessels.
And they also can be manipulated just like any other piece of equipment.
Yeah.
They can. How much do you think that is fake? Like when people use Ouija boards?
A lot.
I know as a kid we used it. Someone was always moving it.
Kid, I think all of us like moved that thing. Oh my god!
I remember my late brother. He used to be like, "Oh, let's play Ouija. All right, let's play." And then it would go Z-U, and I'm like, "Roger, cut it out." So yeah, but he'd also have a couple beers into him when he did that too. But
yeah, I mean, I think we've all, you know, when we were younger, we've all done it. We've all played the game, and it was a game. Like, I'm going to ask you that because I don't know much about the history. Do you know the history of the Ouija board? How did it get started? Where did it come from?
well, a Ouija is actually a trademark name.
Okay.
Boards have been around before it was called a Ouija.
Sorry, I'm hot. I'm trying to turn the air like all the way up so I can cool down.
Oh, it's only 45 degrees up here.
Is it really? It was 90 degrees today.
Oh, I'm not saying during the day it wasn't like 75 today, but right now it's like 45 degrees outside.
See, that's where, and you are in Massachusetts, correct? Or Maine? Maine. See, he's in Maine. Yeah, that's where I want to be. I want to be in Maine because it's cold. I don't like hot weather.
Let's go.
You're not going out back.
So anyway, back to what you were saying. Ouija isn't a brand name. That was something that.
He's going to grab something.
Okay, no, that's fine. Is he going to grab me snow?
He's going to grab a Ouija board or a whatever board.
It's the first ever trademark Ouija board.
Oh,
But
is that wooden?
yes,
That
this is
so
from 1891.
1891.
So, and that's the trademark Ouija as the name. Like,
Yes.
okay.
That looks a lot smaller than the ones these days. Is that the camera making it look small, or is that actually kind of small?
I don't know. Let's see here.
It's not. It's pretty
I'll say, here's a more modernized one that's made out of cardboard.
That's how big it is.
Okay.
The other one looks smaller, though.
No, it's about the same
No,
size.
about
I think
the
it's
same.
just
That one's smaller.
Yeah.
I have boards of all shapes.
Yeah, that's
all
yeah.
sizes.
It's so cool. Like, I love Ouija boards. I love talking board, or I call them spirit boards. Actually, is what I call them.
It's a good round out name for them. Is spirit boards.
Echo.
Yeah. So they existed before. I can't remember his name.
William
One-
Flood.
William Flood. Before William Flood created this, and Parker Brothers created this board
Parker
game.
Brothers did not create it. That's one thing a lot of people confuse about.
Okay.
First, Kennard created it, and then William Flood created it and bought off Kennard. And then in the 1960s, William Flood family sold the Ouija name to Parker Brothers, and then what was it? Mid 2000s, Parker Brothers sold their rights of a Ouija to Hasbro.
Okay.
So it's had like 4 hands so far.
That's what they wanted to know.
Okay. That's and do you know why they started it? Do you know why did they decide to like come up with this?
That's a good question. And sorry, I'm still tired from today at work, and I apologize.
No, it's okay. I know you're exhausted. I'm actually exhausted too. I've been working all day. I have a huge festival this weekend, and I've been making fairy houses and fairy jars. So yeah, I get you. I understand that part. So I guess what I want to say is like, it's a form of divination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ouija board. And do you know, like, before they created that brand of Ouija board, was there other boards that people would use to talk to spirits, or was there?
Oh yeah.
It's like the first of its kind.
Ouija talking boards itself have been around for hundreds of years.
Okay.
They even talked about them back in biblical times.
There's a different one.
Wow.
Like we have like the triangle one that has the little thing on it.
That's a
and
pendulum.
No, but there was that other one. We've seen some that are just way different than just the regular square board.
I know. I've actually seen your museums. So I've seen some different things like I've never seen before.
I've added a lot since you've seen it.
Really, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. When was the last time I seen you? Was it the Bash? No, I've seen you
No.
after that.
It was New Jersey.
Bigfoot,
Oh,
Jersey.
Para Unity.
Yeah,
Yes.
New Jersey.
I've
Yes.
added
Para
over 25 boards since Para Unity, if not more.
Seriously. That is so cool. I know now
Wow.
when I think of Ouija boards, you are automatically who I think of. And I'm like, oh, I got to text him about this and show him this board.
Oh, I love it when I get messages of boards or tagged in Ouija board memes, or it's not often I haven't seen it, but
So we've just talked about how like boards can have attachments, and sometimes people will give you boards because they're like, I don't want this in my house.
Yeah, we have one right here.
Have you had any experiences, and how do you deal with them?
well, I bought one off eBay, and the board said the guy put it as haunted Ouija board, so I bought it. I'm like, this can't be too bad. And Ashley just pulled it out.
It's covered in.
It's covered in black salt because Ashley cleansed it.
Okay.
But it's a 1940 Swami board. And the guy writes to me after I bought it and told me, I never want to see this again. I don't want it back. No returns. Yada, yada, yada. Also, by the way, it does not like cats.
Ooh.
Wow.
I had it shipped to my grandmother's house where my cat lived.
When we were in New Jersey.
When we were in New Jersey at the Pair Unity. And that day it arrived.
Well, we didn't know it had arrived yet.
Well, the day it arrived, because my grandmother got the package that morning, my cat died that night.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Well,
no!
she
I remember
called me
seeing
at-
that post about your cat dying.
She called me at in New Jersey and said, "Hey, just so you know, like Jeff's cat Pumpkin died. Don't tell him unless like he's in a good spot." I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Wait." I go, "Did you get a package in the mail?" And she goes, "Yeah, I got a package because we knew we were going to be gone, so we shipped it to her." And I go, "Will you open that package and let me know what's inside?" And she opened up the package. It was the board. And I told her, because we didn't get the news that it didn't like felines until we were in New Jersey. And it had already been shipped. So I said, will you put that back in the package? Go open your trunk and put it in there and don't take it out until we get back.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
That's wild.
So you, obviously he said you spread black salt on it. So you have a way of kind of protecting.
Yeah, it's right now not so protected only because our children decided to break the case it was in. So
by throwing each other into it.
Yeah, so now it's not in a case anymore. So luckily nothing has happened.
We don't own cats either.
So, but we don't own cats. So that was the only concern they had. So we don't have cats, so nothing's happened. So right now I think we might be okay.
So someone that just doesn't like cats is probably attached to that board.
How long have you had the board?
Since New Jersey.
November.
Since Pair Unity?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's, what was that? That's almost a year.
That was November.
November. Okay.
Yeah, first weekend in November. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that for that board is that it doesn't like cats.
As far as I know, because we haven't had an issue since. But we also don't have cats, and I'm not going to chance putting a cat near it.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
But is that going to be part of your museum? Will that be there in the museum?
Yep.
Okay.
Along with the board that got surrendered to us at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash last year.
Let's talk about that one. Let's talk about that one. Okay. So at the Bash last year, someone brought a board and surrendered it to you.
It was a 1950s Ouija board.
Okay. And did they know, like, why did they give it away? What were they saying was happening?
They said he found it in a basement somewhere in Pennsylvania, hidden behind a wall.
Oof. Yeah. So, and then
Storm King.
did they give it to you that Friday at the Bash or that Saturday or?
It was Saturday, because Saturday night's when the party was. And that Saturday night is when the waterspout touched down.
I mean, we don't know if
Yes.
Yeah.
So for those of you
I
who
don't
were
know if that's why the waterspout touched down. No. But could it be a
that is a
coincidence?
rare occurrence.
Yeah.
It was a very rare occurrence for that to happen in Gettysburg. Like that, it was. I remember we were coming back because we went out on a Bigfoot investigation. We're coming back through that storm, and we get there, and right at the end of it, like right after it hit, and your stuff is just everywhere.
Yeah.
And so, can you tell the story of like what happened, like from your perspective? Because I wasn't there when it happened.
You weren't
I
even
went up to
there.
bed.
You went up to bed. I was sitting on the porch, and there wasn't many of us like awake. And all of a sudden, just like wham, and it wasn't even that long. And wham, everything just started flying everywhere. Like when you open the doors, there was a huge gust going down the hall, and then it was over.
Well, it was longer than that.
Well, yeah, but it went through pretty dang fast. And I called him, woke him up, and told him to get his ass downstairs.
It was legit 5 minutes after I crawled into bed.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So you had went to sleep.
Oh, I was about to sleep.
You went to bed. You were going to bed.
Yeah.
And then this thing came through and then it called you back down. So
Oh, yeah.
since then, have you felt a connection to it? Or it draws you in?
It's been in a case and it's been cleansed, and it has not came out of that case, and I don't want it to come out of that case. There's some very, very bad juju with that board. It was used in a bad ritual, and there's not much good about that board. So it's going to stay in that case, and that case is where it can't get broken, and it's not coming out ever.
Yeah, I agree.
I
'cause
would
I
bury
remember
it or burn it before I would give that board to anybody else.
Okay. Yeah. So that night you guys ended up having trailer damage, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
that was
well,
on the way there.
Yeah, we just lost the trailer damage was before that. It just wasn't our
No.
weekend.
What everybody refers to as
Oh,
our
it was trailer
trailer
damage. It was damage to the vehicle.
Oh, that's
our
right.
tire
You
rods
broke-
snapped.
Yeah.
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 That was
And
on the way.
someone started it as when that water spout touched, it snapped our trailer axles,
Yeah.
which never happened.
Okay.
We
But
had car trouble before that, yeah. And our
Okay.
vehicle was pretty much stuck in the shop the whole time we were there.
it was
Yeah.
in the shop
Yeah.
the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good weekend for you guys. I mean, it was, but it wasn't like.
It was. We
Lots
still
of
had
bad
fun.
Oh, the bash is always a huge, like, good time. Like, I
yeah.
love going. I love being there. It's just so much fun. Was that your
Yeah,
first
I can't
year
wait to
there? Or
go
were you
back.
there before that?
What?
Was that your first year at the bash?
That was
or
mine, yes. Not his.
Yeah. Yeah, you had been there before, right, Jeff?
Oh yeah. 2019.
Okay.
The bash
Was
is
my
nice.
first-
You get people from all different areas coming together at one, you know. I like the bash.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Sorry, we have a dog that keeps going in between our legs and driving.
See that? It's so cute. So when I asked, and I gotta call this out just for a minute, because when I asked, like, did that board, like, do you feel like it was attracted to you or attached to you, Jeff? Like, you got really weird. I've just noticed in your body language and stuff like that. Do you feel like it somehow wants you? Because it seems like to me, like from what I'm picking up, you went to bed. It's like, nope, you're coming back down. You need to be back down with me. Do you feel like I feel like it's drawn to you for some reason?
It definitely wanted me back at the trailer for some reason.
No, it's that board I feel like that board has caused you a lot of bad luck since you got that board. And you know it.
This is Jeff. And
So has
Ashley.
anything
We have a
happened after
Ouija board
the
museum.
bash incident that
You will
was
meet in a second.
might be related to the board?
I
Would
don't
you like
know.
to
He's had a lot of bad luck, like within the
say?
past
Well, we
year.
all do, yeah. But some
Yeah.
things you can relate to, like, hey, you know, was that from the board, you know, like on a trip or something like that, you know.
I've been in 2 car accidents since then. Does that count?
Did you have the board with you?
No.
No.
But I usually leave that at home except for when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would matter if he had the board with him. If it's something
Nah.
that came with that
Yeah.
board, it might be something like just like, do you know like what ritual it was used in? Do you know that?
I don't know
history?
exactly what ritual it was used in, but I've picked up on a lot of things with it.
Sorry, my daughter asked for more time on her phone. What have you picked up on it?
That it was used in a really bad ritual.
Okay. Yeah, I
don't
know.
exactly what ritual, but it was used in a really bad ritual.
Yeah, and that's the one you said it was in a wall, which would make sense. Like it's in a wall in a house in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Do you know what location?
No, I don't. That was not this close to us.
They just told us they never wanted it back.
Did they tell you stories about what happened?
No.
Nope.
No, they just
No,
found
they
it.
just handed it to you and said, "Here,
Here,
take it."
take
Take
it.
I
it.
don't know if they had
Your
like
problem now.
experiences with it too that they just didn't want to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess obviously if they don't want it back, something
Fine by
happened,
me. I didn't have that board yet either. So
Well, that's the thing
your
is,
game.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know why somebody would want it.
Yeah,
Something bad
Gary
happened.
is not a fan of. Are you talking about the board we got at the bash? Alan asked. Yes, we are talking about the board. Yes, we are.
Alan, the one I got from you guys.
Yeah. What
Oh, is that where you got it from?
Yeah. So what's the story
Hi,
on
Alan.
this board?
Come on, Alan. Let's give us a story. If you would like
Give us a bit more
to jump
information.
on, I will.
Nobody did.
Alan, if you would like to jump on, I will give you the link. Would you like to jump on and talk about the board? Just message and I'll send you a link. And I'll add you on stage. But yeah, like I didn't know that's where you got it from.
Yeah, that's where we got it from. Like, we'd like to know more information about the board. Other than
Yes,
what
we
I
would
picked
love
up
to.
on. We know
There
you
it
get
is.
it. Board.
There it is. Okay, Alan, hold on. I'm going to send him the link. Let me see if I can do this.
Hey, I gave you that
I'll
board.
do this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Edit. Invite. Is there invite? Figure out how to do this.
Board fell in my head.
Invite. Okay. Copy.
Yeah, so it's his fault. No.
All right. I think I'm friends with him. I hope I am.
It was Alan.
Alan. Not Alex.
Broken. What? Dog. You say hi?
Spell.
Sit.
You say hi?
Hey, no,
Say hi? Say hi?
It's Alan Rex.
Hold on. ALL.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at this.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Say hi.
Okay. All right. All right, Alan. I just sent it over. There we go. Let's see. Stacy, you need to try to locate that board. I have actually seen the board, Dana. I have viewed it. It's encased. It's very protected, so it's hard for me. Like when you put those protection things on it, it's hard for any type of medium to get in there and see kind of what's going on with it. I would have to like undo it, I would have to get in there, and I don't ever want to do that. We don't want to cause any more issues. But I know when I was there, I did feel like when I did see it, it just felt very eerie. It felt very like it didn't want to talk to anybody. Like it didn't want to. When I'm picking up right now, is like it wants Jeff. Like it's like there for Jeff.
I've been telling him this. He won't listen to me, so I'm glad you're saying something.
See, I see. That's what I picked up on. Like,
good. I'm not the only one.
So, why do you think that it had to do with Jeff? Why do you think it's attached to him?
I think it's feeding off of his energy, and it pretty much is starting to attach to him more than anything, but it can't. So,
Alan, I just sent it. I sent it the first time and it didn't send, so I sent it again. So see if that works. Yeah, there we go. Maybe not. Yeah, because that key pointer was like it wanted to come. Like you went to bed and then it acted up. You know. So what protections did you put on it? Like after that night, like I'm assuming you did some type of ritual and cleansed it.
And sage
what
and salt.
did you do? Sage and salt. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
And a
did
ritual.
do you have the encasing around? Like, did you protect it? Do you have anything on there, like to?
Nope, it's in the case. It's bound to the case.
Okay, so you bound it when you did
Yes.
that. Okay, here's Alan.
Yep. It's bound to the case.
Hi,
Hey,
Alan.
everyone.
Oh,
Hi.
so
Talk
you are
about
the
timing.
culprit.
Talk about timing. I go on Facebook and I
know.
hear Jeff talking smack about someone giving him a Ouija board.
Your fault.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that board. I didn't have
It loves you too.
Too
Oh, he
funny.
loves that board. He's attached to it too. I think it's like I'm a little worried actually. But
So we should probably not let them be together with that board.
yeah, well, you got it bind.
Should we play
so-
on it at the bash?
You are not taking out of that case at the bash.
I felt so bad about
Okay,
what happened at the bash. I
He would kill
went to
us.
help him the next morning clean up.
Yeah.
He gave me
Oh,
a
I
guilt
know,
trip about the board.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's like that was just the scariest thing. So, Alan, did you find the board somewhere? Like, can you tell us where you got it at?
Yeah, the story behind the board, I don't have the exact small town, but it was a small town here in Pennsylvania. It was about 45 minutes of us here in Lehighton, so it was like coal region. And it was a home investigation. And we went down the basement, and there was this little room that was off to the side that was buried pretty much. And the current homeowners discovered that secret room, and they found the Ouija board in that room.
Ooh.
So they didn't want it, so they asked us to take it. So we took it, and I held on to it probably a good year and a half. I had an old investigator interested in it, but then we cut ties with that person. So it was literally sitting outside undercover in my carport for that entire time. I would not let it in my house.
See, you're smart about it.
Yeah,
No,
I didn't want it anywhere.
You put bed with him, he gives it a pillow and
You don't even want to know what our house looks like. We have Ouija boards everywhere. I don't even like the freaking things, and I have one in my car right now. Like they're everywhere, all over the place. You cannot enter a room in this house without a Ouija board.
I bet. So when I met Jeff for the first time,
there is some in our bedroom.
nice. So when I met Jeff for the first time at the bash, I was like, perfect opportunity. Someone who loves Ouija boards. One of my fellow investigators stopped by my house on the way down to the bash and brought it down for him. And then at that point, when I gave it to him, I'm like, it's all yours. Enjoy.
okay, so we have you to blame. It's all your fault now.
Pretty much, apparently, yeah. Anytime I hear him talking about Ouija board and Jinx, I know he's talking about us.
No, I got a couple of them.
We have a couple.
I have another
Yeah.
one that killed my cat. So
Oh,
Yeah. You missed that story. He was just saying that he got one during the
New Jersey.
We also had another one, and this one there was nothing bad about the board. The board,
just like flying.
nothing was harming of the board, like no evil entities, no nothing with this board. This board, we could not keep on a wall to save our life. It would fly off of walls. Like it flew how far? Like
20 feet.
20 feet across
Over
the
two
room.
tables.
And I'm like, of course, we don't have a video. Of course, this would be the time we don't have a video. We're at a show, and there it goes, and it goes flying. We put it back up. Then it's on the ground again, no matter what we did. So I put it in a case, but that was for its own protection because it was going to break
so
itself.
it didn't get hurt.
Yeah, it will break itself.
Oh,
Because it was
so
an
Alan,
older
did
board.
you?
And somebody
Alan,
actually
did you?
bought that from us at the Warren Paracon. He actually ended up selling it.
Oh wow.
I didn't want to, but he offered me $1,500 cash. I could not turn that down.
Oh, I'd like to hear from that person to see if they've gotten anything.
I don't think he was from this country.
He was from Canada, because I remember his words exactly. I am from Canada, and everybody has their price.
Oh, seriously?
And he told me 15,
That's freaky.
and I'm
That's
like,
weird.
$15? No, you can just walk away now, because I only brought it into display. And then he goes, 1,500. I'm like, yep, it's going home with you.
There you go. Take it. Take it. Oh.
Did he ever say what attracted him to the
I should
board?
have jacked it up a little bit.
He was determined. He was going to get that board. He stopped by our booth
3 times.
No, it was way more than that because you walked away, and it was a few more times. He tried to get that board so many times from us, and we kept saying no, kept saying no, and then finally he came up and he's like, everyone has a price, and finally we gave in.
Wow.
And was it because of the history of the board, or was it because it was an old board?
Well, it was from 1919, so
okay.
Wow. It was over 100 years old.
He really liked that board. I mean, he did try to get the one from you, Alan, but I wouldn't let him. I won't let anyone have that board. That board's not going with anybody.
That one's not for sale.
No.
Oh, I appreciate it. Is that because I gave it to you, Jeff?
It's going to be buried.
Is that why
when
you're holding on to it?
No, it's going to get buried with you when you die.
I'm getting burnt.
Well, then it's going to get burnt with you.
No, it's attached to him, and it won't let him go.
It can just
so,
go
Alan, did you have any experiences from that board? You said you kept it outside. Did you ever feel anything from it?
Nope, I wouldn't feel it if it slapped me in the face.
Okay. So
I didn't feel anything. All I know is Larissa would not let me bring it in the house, so that's where I put it.
And she's very sensitive to these types of things, so
yeah,
you probably felt like this isn't good. I don't want it here.
Yeah, it didn't even ride in the back seat on the way home. It was in the trunk bed. So.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't have any experiences with it. Nothing weird happened in that area outside. It was just, met Jeff, perfect opportunity to unload it. Didn't want to throw it away because I felt like I was wasting something if I threw it away or burned it.
Yes, you would have.
Yes. And I had no idea about it. None. I was happy to give it to my new friend. Oh,
you were meant to be, Jeff, you and the board.
Yep. We were.
So.
Have you named it?
No, I've never named it.
Chaos.
That'd be a good name.
There you go. Now it's named. Just because you gave it to us, we're going to name it Chaos.
Chaos.
There you go. It is now called Chaos.
Chaos board.
I love it.
Although I
love it.
Everybody know who Vince is. I'm assuming Vince, Urban Explorer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
His wife or girlfriend, whatever they are. She went up with my tent, like Mary Poppins holding an umbrella when that water spout hit.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, and then Larissa went in to help her in the bathroom because she was bleeding all over.
Yeah, she was bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I remember that part.
That was good. Okay, so Alan, will you and Larissa and everybody be at the bash this year? Are you guys coming this year or no?
Well, we have a room reserved. The only thing is we moved our Lake Shawnee event.
I know. I was supposed to be part of that. Yeah.
To that Saturday. So if the event sells good, we will be at the event, of course. But if not, we have our backup plan of a room reserved at the bash.
Okay. It'd be nice to see you guys. Yes.
You going to Pennhurst?
Yes, we will be at Pennhurst. We'll be at White Hill in 2 weeks.
Okay.
White Hill Mansion, Jersey. So, yep, we got those two Paracons coming up, and then the bash would be next.
Okay. So since I have you on, let's plug you a little bit.
Tell
us a little about yourself and what you do and what you guys are all about.
Okay. Larissa and I founded the Permanent Area Research Alliance We were originally High Spirits of Palmerton back in August of 2020, right during COVID. The way we got started is on Larissa's birthday, all of us and the 4 kids, we all got her a piece of paranormal equipment for her birthday in June. And the rest was history. We went out, experimented. You couldn't do much more during COVID besides hang around each other. So we went talking to somebody else. So we went talking to spirits. I knew Larissa had gifts from the first time I met her a few years before that. We were coming into our small town here of Palmerton, and there is a haunted mansion coming into the town that sits on top of a red hill. And she told me specific details about it. And it was only day 2 I knew her, and she's never been up this way because she's originally from New York.
Yes.
So since then, I believed her.
Oh, I just got chills down my. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then so we started investigating. And then back in, I think it was November of 22, we started the event production company, Third Eye Productions. And we do small niche type locations our first year. And then last year, we started to also do some bigger events like Fort Mifflin, the USS Salem. And then now that's carrying over in this year with Third Eye Productions. And as many of you know, Larissa founded the Haunted Mafia.
The Haunted Mafia.
Yep,
Yes.
till death do us part. So she's teaming with a partner, Dave Giuliano, and any other event companies that want to do some bigger places like Indiana State. I think we're doing, Fort Mifflin again, a couple of different areas, Lake Shawnee. So it's for those bigger events that our team of 10 just can't always.
I know. I was so disappointed that you guys had to move Lake Shawnee. I understand why. Like I talked to Larissa about it.
I was looking.
I was so looking forward to that. So looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. When we first investigated there, I didn't know what to expect, but it's a really cool setting. If you've never been there,
I've never been there.
No.
Yeah, it's really intimidating.
Seen it on TV, but never been there.
Yeah, the Indian burial ground area was really active for us there.
Yeah.
And there's a cemetery plot on the property of, I believe it was one of the original one of the original owners that was killed there by the Indians. And we got some activity there. Brandon Cooper was with us, and Jessica Lynch. Do you know who Jessica Lynch is?
I've heard the
female POW.
Yes.
Yep. Jessica Lynch joined us. So that's always fun. She's a skeptic, so that's always fun having someone come in as a skeptic, and she left a little bit less of a skeptic at that point, but she was willing to do it again, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do those type of events, and now we have 24 Hours in Hell going on, which is a TV series, a new one with Santiago Cirillo, Jay Childers, Sarah Grimm, my wife Larissa. Huh?
I said all great people. I love Santiago. I love Dave. Yes.
Yep. It's up here at Waldorf Estate of Fear, the set of Hell House LLC, the movies.
I have been there.
Yep, you have. I remember last year for the Paracon.
Yes. Yep, the Paracon. I know. I'm so sad you guys aren't doing the Paracon this year, but I know there's so much going on.
So much. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the no traveling for the couple weeks that we have, because I know like in 2 weeks it's going to start getting crazy.
I know. I'm already in that craziness. So.
I know that.
Jeff, yeah, you're starting your craziness, aren't you?
I got to start piecing together the trailer for Penhurst. I'm trying to figure out which boards to put in it, which boards not to put in it.
Well, let's
have to get a bigger trailer.
Yeah, you gotta get a bigger trailer, huh?
Well, the thing is, Penhurst is the last event that I will be displaying my museum outside.
Okay.
After last year at the Bash, I really don't want to be outside anymore, especially after cooking outside while everybody's inside enjoying the nice AC.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was hot. It was
Yeah.
definitely hot.
Are you bringing
Oh.
chaos with?
Oh, I'm bringing chaos.
Maybe
All right.
I'll look for that investigation and get at least the name of the town that we found it, so you have a little bit of history to go along with it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and maybe if Larissa's up to it, her and I could, maybe see if we can pick up anything off the board, while we're there and touch it.
Go
Well, I
for
don't
it.
know if we, maybe just touch the case. I don't know about touching the inside. I'm like, but it likes Jeff. So with the outdoor events, like you were, like I know in Gettysburg, you were like super, super hot and it's out there. Does that affect? I know, yeah, obviously the rain does, but does it affect the boards? The
heat, not so much,
cardboard.
but like when the door got opened when the rain and stuff where it's coming down during that water spout, I lost 2 boards.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 of my boards got like completely ruined.
It's just
Which
sad.
that sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what's your favorite board that
Hold on,
you
can
made?
Hold on, real quick. I want to make sure, Alan. I know you said you could only be on real quick. Are you good to stay on? Do you want to jump off? Like,
Nope, I'm actually gonna head out. I got some stuff I need to catch up on, but it was great talking to you. Thank you for the invite.
so
Yeah.
much for coming on. Where's your next event? Like, people want to where can people find you?
We're gonna be at White Hill on May 11th for that
Okay.
Paracon, and then the weekend after we will be at Penner's Paracon.
I'll be in the area that weekend, so maybe I'll stop over and see you guys.
Yeah, you should stop on over.
I think I will. All right. So
All right.
thank you so much. Thanks for jumping on and giving us that information, you guys. And tell Larissa I said hello and tell her I love her. And I will see you guys at Penner.
Will do. Thanks. See you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
So, what's your favorite board that you made, and what's your
That I
favorite
personally
board
have
that
made?
you have bought or found? But yes,
Yeah, your favorite board you have made, because you said you made
you
boards.
personally made, and then your favorite one that you either bought or was given or whatever.
I'll have to say I've been working on a couple new pieces for my serial killer collection, I'm calling it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I'm going to be debuting it next month. Well, at Penhurst.
So I want to interrupt you really, really quick, because there's an event that I am doing at Moundsville, which, Moundsville, the West Virginia State Penitentiary, was housed one of the most famous serial killers.
Which
Charles
one?
Manson. Right? Manson, right? Is that the one? It's Manson. I don't know if they're still accepting vendors, but it'd be cool to see you there.
We are so far away, though.
I wish I could.
Oh,
I got
yeah, that
so
is
much
really
stuff coming up already where
yeah.
I'm like limited out between
know.
doing this plus family. Kind of got to try to even them out.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. Go back to you said serial killer series.
It's I've made a Jeffrey Dahmer board, and in the background of the board itself is Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, like photos from the actual crime scene.
Oh wow!
You what?
I also made a John Wayne Gacy board with John Wayne Gacy's house as the background.
Oh, so cool.
They're part of my serial killer collection boards.
Now, are these for sale or are
They will be for sale
Okay.
at Penhurst Asylum.
Okay. At Penhurst. That'd be cool. I can't wait to see them.
I am super excited to debut these boards.
I got a little worried when you said Jeffrey Dahmer.
He is one of the most famous serial killers.
I was like, did we get some
What?
skin or something?
Oh my goodness.
And what's your favorite one that you either bought or was given?
Let me grab it. It's right here on the table.
Okay.
Once I lift the stack up, hundreds of pounds of boards.
Once I get through the boards, to get to the boards, I'll get the board.
Ashley, how do you put up with this? All those boards.
Just like I say, it's like a Pokemon trading group that he's in, but for Ouija boards.
My 1940s Mystic board.
That's pretty cool.
There you go.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go. Look at
Now
that.
we can see it. That's cool.
1940.
I like that.
That's
So
the
it's
back.
wooden.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's wooden.
Let me go up and find mine and look in my room next to my dresser. I was like, I'm trying to like go find mine. I'm like, I think it's up in my yoga room. I take it with me. I use it. So, do you ever use any of your boards?
Not my museum pieces. I have a lot of people that would be like, "Oh, I want to use that board in your museum." No, we don't want no energy coming through these boards. My museum pieces are museum pieces. I think she just lost her mic.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Hmm. Oh.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't hear you. Wait, hold on.
Are you there?
Talk again. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
That was weird. I think because Gary walked away and we have our earbuds in. That's because you can't have the speaker and the thing at the same time. Like, so you have to have earbuds or microphone. And I think he walked away and then it cut everything off. So you said you do not use any of your museum boards. You've never used any of this. Okay. Do you have a board that you typically?
And we don't want people to feel threatened when they come into our area where we're set up or afraid.
Okay.
We want them to be able to enjoy them because every different board is almost like a different piece of art. Because like this one, I call it
McDonald's.
Exactly. It looks like the McDonald's board.
Yeah.
It's McDonald's. But no, it's not McDonald's.
No. It's a Magic Marvel, the Wonder answer board.
That's McDonald arches. I don't care what you say.
But that thing is, everybody looks at this board as, oh, McDonald's made that. That's one
that
of
would
my,
make complete sense if they had a Ouija board. Oh, where'd you find that one at?
That one I actually won on eBay.
It's a Pokemon trading center for Ouija boards. He has a whole fan club and group that just get together online and trade Ouija boards. They're like Pokemon trading cards.
Yeah, I guess that could work. Yeah.
It's true.
So do you ever use any board? Is it a regular practice of yours? Have you ever tried?
Oh, I've used boards multiple times, plenty of times. I just don't use my museum pieces. I have my own that I bring with me if I want to use one. But do I always use one? No.
What about you, Ashley? Do you?
I absolutely hate Ouija boards.
Okay.
Yes, it's crazy because he's obsessed. But I have seen a lot of horrible things happen around people using Ouija boards with bad intentions.
Yeah.
So I don't really like them and I don't really use them. But they're pretty. They have cool designs on them. Just don't put a planchette on it.
I keep the planchette away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I have used them. I haven't used them recently, but when I was younger, I used them a lot. I do feel like you got to be very careful with them.
Every time I use one, bad things happen.
Okay. So maybe it's just the divination that's not for you.
For me.
So I know how I use a Ouija board and opening and closing it and stuff like that. And I don't know where I hear him, but I don't see him.
He's
But
trying to find more boards.
I'm just sorting through boards. I'm trying to find a certain one.
So do you have a certain advice for anybody who wants to use a Ouija board, like how to open and close?
It's not a game.
How to protect.
It's not a game. And make sure you're using it in the right state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like anything. Like if you go into it angry, you're not going to get happy results.
Yes.
You know, you have to be in a good state of mind just to do anything in general. And then you always
any type of connection.
goodbye.
Yeah.
You always have to say goodbye. And never store your Ouija board with a planchette on it.
Oh, really?
Bad idea.
Yep, never.
Yeah.
Mine might have the planchette on it. I'm like, I gotta find it. I don't know where it's at. It might still be at Pam's. I don't know where I put it.
It's possible too.
I found this. You weren't on earlier, but I found it in an antique shop. It's from like the 1960s.
That's
and
cool.
It was like $20. I'm like, I'm buying it. I gotta get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like worth like $100. It's not, crazy amount, but I'm like, now I don't know where I put it. We're gonna have to find that after we get off of here. But it does have the planchette with it. It's actually still in the box that it came in.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at that.
This is from the TV show Charmed.
I was like, that's what it looked. That's from the actual TV show.
This is a reproduction of the TV show one.
Okay. Did you make that or did someone else?
No. This was actually made in 2005. Okay. But it has every single inscription that it had in the actual TV show.
Okay. So is that for sale or is that for sale or is that just for your museum?
No, this is not for sale.
It's just part of the...
This is one of my hardest
price, right?
I've had to find.
Yeah, everything's got a price.
I'm like, I was a big Charmed fan to get my hands on that.
Well, the funny thing is, I have two. I got a miniature one about this big that looks exactly the same. Then I have the full-size one.
Oh, that's so cool.
They're not cheap.
So cool. No. And that was thick wood.
Well, it's actually supposed to look like wood. It's actually hollow.
Oh, is it?
Wow.
Yep.
It looked like a big piece of wood. I thought it was wood.
It's supposed to look like that.
Oh, so cool. That is really, really cool.
I liked it.
I know you asked him a question about his favorite from the museum. Did you answer that? I'm sorry.
No, I asked him what his favorite one he made, and the favorite one he either bought or was given.
Yep, but I answered both of those.
And he answered.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. I'm going to make sure we got all the answer. I'm sorry. So we're almost at 10 o'clock or at 9:30. We're almost at the hour. We are at 9:30. We're at the hour. I just want to give an opportunity here to, you guys are going to do Pennhurst next week. Not next week. In 3 weekends, I guess that is.
March.
3 weekends.
March, yeah. May 18th and 19th.
May 18th and 19th.
Yeah. May 18th and 19th, you guys are going to be outside.
Yep.
At Pennhurst. So if you guys are going to Pennhurst, you guys should go to Pennhurst. You just should. If you've never been, you need to go.
Pennhurst is always a blast. And go and investigate. That place is amazing to investigate.
It is. Just being on that property, it's just so I'll be in the Devon building. I won't be outside. I'm going to be inside. But it's just so. I work with children, and I work with children like with autism and other disabilities, and it's like so being there. I feel like they're almost like drawn to me. Like I feel so connected there because it was it was a school. It was a asylum that for kids who it wasn't called autism back then, but kids with behavior problems, kids that had some special needs. So I always feel I have a special affinity for that place.
Yeah.
It's
phenomenal. And like when you do go, like actually like learn the history. Learn the history of Penhurst and
go on a tour.
Because it's so informational and you'll actually look at it in a different light than it just being an asylum.
Exactly.
So, because it really wasn't an asylum.
Not an asylum. Yeah, I wouldn't call it that. It was.
Yes.
It was
like, called what? Pennsylvania's
it was a
home
school.
of the.
It was a school.
Criminally insane and feeble-minded.
It was a school of feeble-minded.
Yeah. School, and they still exist today. These schools, like Abraxas, is one of them. These type, and they're Pennsylvania state-owned schools that still exist today. This one just no longer exists. Or in working order. So it is. Yeah, it's there's a lot of history there, a lot of stuff there. I love the place. Do you know if they do tours during the Paracon?
Yeah, they do tours, and they do tours the whole entire time, and then they'll do a tour for like any of the vendors. If you're a vendor there, they'll do a tour for the vendors. It's actually worth doing and learning about the whole entire history of Penhurst. It really is.
Yeah, I think it was Matt that took us on the tour last year. One of the brothers, I forget which one it was.
It was the brother.
He did take us on the tour last year. It's amazing. So where are you after Penhurst?
Oh, we have a lot of places.
I'm trying to think.
We have the Odd and Unusual Show.
Odd and Unusual Show in Augusta, Maine.
Okay.
That's the weekend after Penhurst. Then we have what is it? Aliens and Abductees in Connecticut.
That I saw that. That looks really cool.
We'll be at that one, set up inside. We have a whole list, which will be.
Want to go? He's like, he's going like this. He's like, we don't want to go. I want to go.
No, that's too far away.
Connecticut's not that far away. We go to Moundsville. Connecticut's the same distance from Moundsville.
And it's gonna be a good event. It's gonna be fun.
What weekend is that?
June 8th.
We're doing a Bigfoot investigation that weekend, so
I'll be also in I think it's Johnstown, PA in September for the Bigfoot.
I'll be there with you.
Yeah, we'll be there too.
Yeah, the Bigfoot cryptid thing.
Yeah,
what's called WPA.
Yep.
Supernatural Encrypted something. Yeah, Expo.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
I'm excited about that one. Yep.
We'll be in Gettysburg. We'll be in New Jersey again.
Okay.
Ashley's looking up
I'm trying.
trying to find my post with all the places we're gonna be at.
I mean, we have a lot of fairs that we're doing in Maine. Like we have a weird fair that we're doing. We have a couple of the Odd and Unusual shows. We have Farmington Fright Fest. There's a few things in Maine that we have going on.
Now, besides Ouija boards and this paranormal stuff, there's some, well, I guess it is still paranormal. There's something else you do, Jeff, right? I know we're getting ready to get off, but I want to kind of plug this. Like you do something with kids, don't you?
Yeah, I actually run a program during ice fishing season called Traps for Kids. And I travel all over the state of Maine giving out ice fishing traps to kids.
That is pretty cool. So there's a lot of ice fishing up in Maine.
Oh, it's huge. And the thing is, during our tour, when we're selling merch, part of a percentage of that actually goes into buying ice fishing traps I give out to kids as well.
We gave out over how many traps this year?
What was it? 675, I believe it
Yeah.
was. Ice fishing traps.
That's
Good job.
We
awesome.
do
So
like
a
ice
portion,
fishing derbies.
yeah. So a portion of what you sell goes to those traps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
percentage.
so amazing.
It's
Percentage.
to get
That is
kids
so amazing.
outdoors.
Exactly. We need to get the kids back outdoors. I wouldn't like if I come up there. Will you take me ice fishing? Because I've never done it.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
I
gotta
even
go
go
to
ice
Maine.
camping.
That's all.
Yeah, he's
The
extremely
lake's
with
it's
you
cold
board
most of the year.
camping.
I don't go camping in the summer. I go camping in the middle of the winter in the lake on a lake.
See, I don't like heat. I'm fine with the cold. Like, long as my hands and my feet get like I have neuropathy, so that anymore that they hurt in the cold. But other than that, I'm fine. As long as I can have some warm socks and some warm gloves, I'll be good.
My ice shack stays about 75 degrees, so you'll be fine.
So yes, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to come up and see you in Maine. We're gonna have to come up there.
Hell yeah!
I've been wanting to move to Maine for a very long time.
Yeah, she has.
I have. I've asked him. I've told him. Like he's like, let's go to North Carolina. Let's go to Florida. It's like, nope. Let's go to Maine. All right. So, lots of fun places. Your Facebook. I guess do you have a website or is it just Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. So it's called Jeff's Traveling Board of Wonder. So if they just search that on Facebook or search on Instagram, I think you're probably the only one that has that name. They should be able to find
definitely.
it. Okay. Anything else before we go off? I see you're walking. So are you taking me somewhere or?
Oh no, I just came upstairs.
Okay. Okay. I was like,
He's getting ready to get off so he can jump
He's
in
like, get ready. I'm going to bed.
He's getting ahead of the
Well, I
game.
worked 12
Well,
hours today, and plus I got
Yes.
to be at work again for about 7 a.m. tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah. So you need to get to bed. I need to get to bed. We all need to get to bed. So it was great having you on. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks for having
I
us.
guess I'll see you in 3 weeks.
You
All right.
will.
All right. Take care. Enjoy your evening. Get some rest.
I will.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye, everyone. And don't forget to fill your cup first. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care.
Bye.